Hey everyone, Robin from Backscatter here. A few years ago, we developed the Mini Flash and the optical snoot to be the world's smallest, brightest, and easiest to use snooted strobe system. And based on the success that you've had with it, we decided to take it to the next level. Say hello to the Mini Flash 2. This compact strobe is loaded with all new features. Mini Flash 2 now has completely automatic TTL flash power with Olympus cameras that works even with the snoot attached for perfect automatic lighting results. It's got wireless remote control for off-camera lighting untethered to your camera. It has high-speed sync for buttery smooth focus and darker backgrounds. We even put a test fire and safety mode in here with really helpful emergency signaling features. We doubled the brightness of the built-in focus light up to 1,000 lumens to make it easier to see in the brightest conditions, and we gave it an even longer run time for longer dives and less battery changes. This is the perfect macro strobe for any camera and every underwater photographer. It makes great macro lighting and snooting easier and better looking than ever before. In this video, I'm going to break down why you want a strobe made for macro, how the Mini Flash makes snooting simple, and all the upgrades and new features that we packed in here. So let's dive in. The Mini Flash is a specialty strobe for macro. We made it to overcome the challenges of shooting close-up with wide-angle strobes. Mini Flash is much smaller and lighter, so it's a lot easier to get into position, and despite its mini size, it's more than bright enough to make your subject pop. The optical snoot reduces the size of the Mini Flash beam to highlight small subjects and make them stand out against boring, cluttered, or camouflaging backgrounds. Snooting used to be tough, but Mini Flash makes it easier than ever before. The built-in focus light is really easy to see because of how bright it is, and it produces a preview beam that's the same exact shape and placement as the flash beam, so you always know exactly where your snoot is aimed and what it's going to do. Most other strobe and snoot combos in the past didn't have a preview light that actually matched the flash, so they were really hard, if not impossible, to aim. Aiming the optical snoot is as straightforward as what you see is what you get. Even though this thing is way smaller than wide-angle strobes, Mini Flash is actually brighter through the optical snoot than most big strobes when shot through a snoot. It's got more than enough brightness for highlighting your subjects, making them stand out against dark backgrounds. The optical snoot includes 2 aperture cards for reducing the size and changing the shape of the flash beam. There's a circular card for general use and an oval card for elongated subjects. When shooting with the oval card, you can rotate the front of the snoot to reshape the beam into more of an oval or back to a circle for precision beam control. New on the Mini Flash 2 is Smart Control Mode for accurate automatic TTL exposures with Olympus mirrorless and compact cameras like the TG6, even when you're shooting with the snoot. This doesn't just work, it works amazing. Photos that are shot with automatic flash power blew us away with how accurate and how good looking that lighting was. Smart Control Mode works exclusively with Olympus Camera's automatic TTL system, which is the most accurate TTL flash mode that we've ever tested underwater. Olympus shooters can just snap on the snoot and get perfect lighting. It's never ever been this easy to get this good of an automatic snooted exposure. We took it a step even further with 2 different Smart Control Modes. Normal Smart Control Mode is good for subjects like fish portraits, turtles, and small reef scenes, while Smart Control Macro Mode is optimized for smaller macro subjects that are just inches in front of your camera lens. Mini Flash 2 has a wireless remote lighting system for cable-free off-camera lighting. This is going to revolutionize how you light your macro subjects, and it's easily the thing that I'm the most stoked about. Now you can place a mini flash to light your subject while you remain untethered and free to frame the shot however you want. This makes it super simple to do off-camera snooting, side lighting, and backlighting. What makes it awesome is that you can remotely control the power level of the off-camera strobe, so you can adjust it without having to reach for it or swim over to it. You place the remote strobe on the new remote lighting muck stick. It has a ball mount to connect your strobe, a sand anchor to prevent rotation, and it clips off easily when not in use. The new light pipe is included with every mini flash, and this allows the mini flash to act as a remote receiver so it can be fired without having a cable connected. We also made an infrared filter to mask the visible light from the strobe while still allowing it to trigger a remote strobe for shots where you only want that remote strobe visible in your shot. By adding the color filter system to your backlight, you can add a whole new element to the shot and create some wild new looks with unlimited creative potential. The new high-speed sync mode enables Mini Flash 2 to synchronize with cameras beyond the typical flash sync limit up to 1/8,000th of a second. This allows you to make your subjects really pop out of the frame with darker backgrounds and a shallower, more defocused, buttery smooth depth of field. High-speed sync mode works natively on Olympus cameras, but it also works on other camera brands, though they'll require a high-speed sync compatible flash trigger in their housing. Manual mode returns now with 7 power levels. This is the basic function mode, and it's universally compatible with all cameras. Mini Flash 2 automatically learns the camera's flash synchronization pattern after just one test shot. You can simply rotate the red dial to choose a flash power based on how bright you want that strobe to fire. Test and safety mode is also new for Mini Flash 2. We added a test fire function that allows for the strobe to be fired at any desired power level with just a button press, so you can make sure the strobe is working without having to hook up a camera and housing. You can also use that test function as a safety tool and as an emergency signal. It's great for just getting the attention of your buddy or other divers or the boat, and in a worst case scenario, you press and hold that silver button while in the test and safety mode to activate the beacon pulse feature, which runs for up to 12 hours on a full battery. Advanced users might also want to take advantage of the test fire function to light paint during long exposures or to achieve a cool stroboscopic effect on a moving subject. We turbocharged the built-in focus light on Mini Flash 2 to be twice as bright as the original, up to 1,000 lumens at maximum power. It's one of the brightest built-in focus lights on any strobe out there, and it's easy to see even in really bright conditions. The focus light is so bright that you don't need a separate focus light on your camera rig at all. The battery's been upgraded to a larger capacity to provide more power. We manage the battery power to guarantee a minimum 90 minutes of focus light runtime at maximum power while also doing hundreds of flashes. By using the focus light at less than full power, runtime goes up to several hours and even more flashes. If you're just using the flash alone, it can do over 2,000 flashes on a single battery charge. That's insane. Mini Flash 2 also has a new low power mode when the battery gets depleted. Even if the strobe is done flashing, it has a low power light that's going to run for about 45 minutes so you don't get stuck out there in the dark on a night dive. We also sped up the recycle time in between flashes for more shots in less time when the action's going down. Mini Flash 2 includes a diffuser, the light pipe, ball and YS style mounts, 2 sets of O-rings, grease, and a hex wrench. The battery, charger, and fiber optic cable are sold separately. It uses the same battery as the Backscatter Macro Wide 4300 video light, so they can be shared between them if you have some of those too. The optical snoot, remote lighting system, and color filter system are also sold separately. The Backscatter Mini Flash 2 is the ultimate compact strobe and snoot combination. It's a strobe made for macro, and it makes snooting easier than ever before with a what you see is what you get style of operation. It's small and lightweight, so it's easy to get into place, and it provides more than enough power to highlight your subjects. It's a massive upgrade over the original with Olympus TTL, wireless remote lighting control, high-speed sync, test and safety mode, double the brightness of the focus light, a longer runtime, and faster recycle speed. Mini Flash 2 is available from Backscatter and our authorized dealers worldwide. Check out the link in the video description for more sample images, info, and to order yours. Give us a call if you have any questions. That's what we're here for, and we're always happy to help. Your purchases from Backscatter or any of our dealers always include free lifetime tech support. We actually dive, shoot, and service everything we sell. I'm Robin from Backscatter signing off, and thanks for watching.